Mr. Frank was late for a 9 a.m. meeting. He was rushing out of the door for his car when he realized that he had forgotten his phone upstairs, an Apple iPhone XS Max. So he ran back upstairs to pick it up. As he was making his way down the stairways, he missed a step on the staircase, and boom, he came crashing down like a Boeing 737 MAX 8 falling out of the sky. When he hit the floor, he heard a crack on his left thigh, and coincidentally, he had put his phone on the left pocket of his trousers. So he cried out, "Please, Lord, may that crack be my bone and not the screen of my phone, because it will be cheaper to fix my broken bone than to fix my broken screen." Most of us have been in Mr. Frank's situation before, or at least something close to it. Your phone falls down and you almost have a heart attack. The cost of fixing a flagship phone with an OLED display will buy some mid-range phones with plenty of change left. Now, according to the official Apple website, Apple charges $320 for the iPhone XS Max screen repair, which is the same price as buying a brand new Samsung Galaxy A70 with 6GB of RAM and 128GB internal memory. The iPhone XS and XS screen repair cost about $279, which is the same price as a brand new Galaxy A50. Samsung, on the other hand, charges $279 for the screen repair of the Galaxy S10 5G, and not less than $200 for the Galaxy S10, the Galaxy Note 8, the Galaxy Note 9, and the S7 Edge, and so on. Huawei, OnePlus, and Vivo, and all the other brands in the flagship space have super expensive screen repair programs that will take no less than $200 from your bank account. But there is something connecting the displays of all these phones together. There is something bonding them. And that is because they are all made by the same company, Samsung Electronics. Samsung makes displays for almost all the companies that use OLED screens. If your phone uses an OLED display, Samsung likely made it. From Apple to OnePlus, Huawei, oppo, Xiaomi, Asus, and the list goes on. LCD displays, on the other hand, cost 50 to 70% less than OLED displays. That's the reason why companies like oppo, vivo, Tecno, Xiaomi use LCD displays for 70% of their lineups, because most of their phones are sold in the budget market, and in the budget space, most people can't really afford to pay for phones that use OLED displays. But wait a minute, if LCD displays are so good and cheap, why do manufacturers use OLED displays instead of LCD displays? There are a number of reasons why companies consider OLED panels over LCD for their flagship phones. A display's ability to produce deep dark blacks is arguably the most important factor in achieving excellent picture quality. Deep blacks allows for higher contrast and richer colors. OLED panels are thinner, which helps make devices slimmer. OLED panels consume less power. And OLED panels are flexible, like we've seen in recent phones. That is why the display of the Huawei P30 Pro, the Galaxy S10, the Galaxy Note 10, iPhone 10 are so lovely to look at, and sometimes you're even tempted to want to lick them like a lollipop. But why do all these companies rely on Samsung to make displays for them? Can't they just get other companies to do the job? Why can't they manufacture their own displays? Samsung is currently the biggest phone maker in the world. It's not just smartphones where Samsung dominates, but it is in mobile display production, where the South Korean giant commands a huge 93.3% of the smartphone OLED market. Samsung's main competitors in the mobile display business are BOE, Tianma Microelectronics, Sharp, and LG Display. Samsung controls 58.4% of the combined OLED and LCD mobile display market, while the rest barely enjoy 10% each. LG could have been the main competitor here against Samsung. Currently, LG is the only manufacturer of OLED panels for TVs. Sony and LG have an agreement which allows Sony to put LG OLED panels into Sony televisions, which means almost every other company that makes OLED TVs have to buy their OLED panels from LG. LG makes very good TVs and gorgeous large displays, but when it comes to mobile displays, Samsung is just naturally good at it. Since 1991, Samsung has invested billions of dollars into mobile display R&D, when other companies didn't deem it necessary or just didn't prioritize it. China's BOE is the biggest OLED and LCD manufacturer in China. The company already supplies displays for iPad, MacBooks, and now hopes to be able to do the same for Apple for its iPhones lineup. But when it comes to the iPhones, Apple uses nothing but the very best. In 2018, Apple added LG as a second supplier for the displays of the iPhone XS and XS Max. However, winning Apple as a client is no easy feat, as the company has strict quality standards. Despite allegedly bringing LG on board, Apple used displays procured from Samsung for the XS and XS Max, because LG couldn't meet the demand and standard of Apple. In 2017, Samsung started its construction of the world's largest OLED production plant, that cost around $20 billion for building and equipment. This new facility was to enable them produce between 180,000 to 270,000 OLED panels per month, which was a 30% increase from the 130,000 panels that was being produced monthly. Samsung currently monopolizes 93% of the mobile OLED market. They have high standards that other competitors like Tianma Microelectronics, LG, BOE, and Sharp cannot reach, at least not for the moment. Huawei contracted Samsung to produce displays for the Huawei P30 Pro instead of BOE and LG that had previously produced the displays for the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. While the reason for the switch is unclear, some believe that Samsung's established production line as well as the impeccable quality of its AMOLED screens were responsible for the winning of the contract. Samsung is the only supplier that can produce OLED panels to any volume a client wants without the need for a second source. There is no major competitor now to give Samsung a run for their money. Until companies like BOE, LG and the rest are able to come up with something that can compete with Samsung, which of course is not happening any soon, then the prices of OLED panels will remain on the roof. Most companies are yet to switch to OLED displays, which means that space is still less competitive at the moment. You see, LCD panels can be copied and reproduced by third-party manufacturers, mostly in China, making it cheaper and more affordable. This is the reason why the iPhone displays were super cheap up until the iPhone X. OLED panels, on the other hand, cannot be copied, and even when they manage to copy it, it will still be almost the same price as the one from the original manufacturers. So for now, you and I will still continue being at the mercy of Samsung unless some other company comes up with a better idea to produce super quality OLED panels like Samsung can do. Let me know what your thoughts are on this topic down at the comments, alright? So guys, if you want to see more quality tech videos like this, also check out OscarMini's channel. He's got quality tech videos, reviews, gadgets, accessories, DIY videos that you can learn a lot from, right? I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description. Check it out. Thank you so much. And come hang out with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so you can get more, okay? So I'll see you again in the next one.